G'day everyone, welcome back to Pete's Investing. Today is May the 10th, 2023. Today we're going to be talking about some US regional banks and how they, what the outlook is possibly for them in regards to technical charting analysis. And some insider trading numbers we can show you. So first off, we're looking at the banks Zion, that's Zion Bank Corporation, East West Bank Corp, Key Corp, Simmons First National, NBT Bank Corp, and lastly we just obviously SVB Financial and First Republic, which we covered previously. I'll cover those again in terms of technical analysis. First off, we're looking at Zion here, and basically it goes mostly against our trading rules, and the trading rules are it must be meeting if you want to buy these, of course, I'm not talking about going short. If you want to buy these, this is well below its long outlook on the weekly, and it looks like it may turn up slightly on the daily. Now the positive thing is, and there's no guarantee of course, and we're not telling you to buy these just purely for educational purposes. There is a bullish divergence on the CCI 150 versus a bearish divergence on the price chart. Now what I've drawn here is a channel on the price chart, so possibly if this keeps going up in terms of the buys initiated by various parties and it breaks above this channel, we possibly may look at a potential buying opportunity. But again, we're not telling you to buy these, we're just looking at potential outlook. So Zion also pays a dividend, according to Yahoo Finance, of 6.76. So in terms of insider trading that we looked at, let's look at, this is from the NASDAQ website. You can see in the last 3 months, there was number of shares bought of 250,000, number of shares sold 49,000. So quite a substantial difference between bought and sold shares in the past 3 months. Next we'll look at EWBC, East West Bank Corp. And that's got a similar sort of outlook in terms of divergence. So again, if you draw a channel between those lows and those highs, and if it broke above that possibly, and that by that stage we may see an upturn on the CCI 150, which is one of our indicators to buy. But also primarily we want to obviously see a bit of an upturn as well on the weekly, but that's way off at the moment. But in short term we may see some little uptick on a daily. In terms of EWC insider trading, over the last 3 months, 359,000 bought, 134,000 sold. So more than 2 to 1 on that one. Next on the list, we'll look at Key Corp. And again, same sort of pattern emerging in terms of divergence on the Key Corp chart with a CCI and a bullish divergence. And again, there is this key support potentially forming. Again, way off on the weekly, but potential upturn on a daily. In terms of Key Corp trading, 117,000 shares bought and 221,000 shares sold. So more shares sold on this one. Next we look at SFNC. SFNC is Simmons First National. Again, same pattern emerging, and in terms of the Simmons insider trading, 55,400 bought and 47,100 sold. So just slightly more buys than sells on that one, on the insider trades. Next, we look at NBTB Bank Corp. This is the only one that doesn't have a divergence, although there is a bit of a flat divergence, if you want to call it that, on the CCI 150 versus a bearish divergence on the price chart. So how does that look on insider trading? So for NBT, 86,400 bought, 900 only, 901 units, not 1,000, 901 units sold. So very high proportion of buys versus sells on that one. And lastly, let's look at SVB, which is not really in a position to buy at the moment. You can see there a massive fall off the cliff from a high of about, well, more recently $332 down to about 36 cents. Now in terms of SVB, Again, 0 shares bought and 14,400 sold. Lastly, but not leastly, First Republic Bank. And there is no insider trades or no data available for this one. And again, from around about 140 odd, 150 odd dollars down to about 33, 34 cents trading. That's also showing a divergence, but you'd be pretty, have a few kahunas to go and potentially buy that one if there are any to be bought. So again, just a quick update on the regional banks in the US and some insider trading numbers for your consideration. And again, we're not telling you to buy any of the earlier trades we showed you, but just for your information in terms of where they're heading, and potentially we'll keep an eye on them and let you know if there are any buys eventuating or any spikes to the upside on those earlier ones we showed you. Again, to get a better understanding on how to trade using a more safer approach, subscribe to the Patreon page for exclusive access to weekly stock scans with average down strategies. We scan for stocks, currencies and commodities. Subscribe, like and share the video. Thanks for watching, and see you in a future video.